Hi, I'm Joan Stenzler. I'm a holistic psychotherapist in practice for over 30 years, a communication specialist, and women's empowerment coach. And I'm here today to tell you my story, how I got to be doing this work, empowering women. Starts with my mom. Her name was Lillian, and she was an amazing woman. She came from a family of 10 children. There were 7 boys and there were 3 girls. She was the middle daughter. So, for the most part, the additional things that needed to be done that my grandmother needed help with, she turned to my mom and she relied on my mother for that assistance. And what was the effect of that? Well, my mother was busy all the time. There was always something to do, and she never had any time to stop and never had any time for herself. In those days, many years ago, there was no such thing as taking time for yourself. They didn't have the context for that. And fortunately, today we do. Well, fast forward, because of her situation, because of how involved she was with helping out her family, she married a little bit later than other people did. She went to college a little bit later than other people did, graduated in her mid 50s. We were very, very proud of her. Anyway, as my mother was my role model, I learned how to do things in a similar way. I would be busy. I would do things. The more I did, the better I felt about it because, a woman who's busy is someone who's valuable. A woman who's busy is someone people really like and appreciate. And I became someone who was used to doing a whole lot of things and often too much, but not being able to tell when enough was enough and not being able to know when to stop. I've done a lot of work on myself and I'm a lot better at it than I used to be, but it's still an issue for me. And that's part of the reason why I feel so strongly about helping other women to figure out what the beliefs are that are driving them to continue to do this and making it hard for them to stop. And why I have created an online event, a women's empowerment retreat called Say Yes to You, which is an opportunity for women to be able to find a strategy and a plan for going from exhausted to exhilarated and from overwhelmed to overjoyed. We're going to be gathering on Saturday, March 29th, online from 11 until 2 Eastern Time, and talking about what are some of the things that prevent us from saying yes to ourselves. And what are some of the things that make it hard for us to say no to others? How to set boundaries, how to set limits. What is our mindset? What do we think? What are the things that we believe that prevent us from being able to make ourselves a priority and to take time for ourselves? We're also going to be talking about the importance of making these changes and making these decisions, which will allow you to take back your energy so you have more energy for lots of other things. And in the midst of this retreat, each person will be identifying a specific situation that they'd like to focus on. And by the end of the retreat, they'll come away with some really solid strategies for moving forward in a way that feels more resilient and more effective. And that will help them to get past whatever that challenge is in a way that feels really good for them. And when you do that, what happens? You feel more confident. And that's the whole idea. The whole idea is helping women to do the things they're scared of or do the things they didn't think they could do. And then when they do them, this confidence just comes up and pops up and they feel wonderful. Interested in learning more? Well, then click on the link below because if you do, you'll be eligible to get information early on my early bird specials and other bonuses that I have in mind to make this an even more wonderful experience.